Hey, everybody. Welcome back to Friday night. They survived, which surprised me. Uh, they've blown up a massive hole in the magistrate's office, which is interesting. And this is why that's why dark dust is highly controlled in most cities because of the explosive value they can do. I mean, it's like walking around with C4 in the public streets around here. So, um, yeah, they take that stuff kind of seriously because buildings collapsing and things like that. So we're going to be picking up on the party, kind of maybe an hour or so after they actually survived and got everybody back to the Daybreakers hideout. Um, the some of Bajra's old found family has found her, and she's building this new family. We've got the Tajahus and their houses that we got to figure out what's going on with them, and then maybe I'll flush the toilet and see what comes out. So until then, let's get to our players. Hello. How are you guys?
I thought we were still transitioning. Hello.
Hello.
I don't know why, but in my head, I was just waiting for Nico to start with, introducing himself or whatever.
Well, I'm glad I'm supposedly going first.
Right?
Assisted by Mini Ahote.
It's your other set of arms.
Yes.
I love them. They're adorable.
Your other set of arms smile a lot.
So
Yeah, they have a
also,
mimogram.
you guys have just finished escaping the break-in. You broke out of the break-in to get where you're at. You guys have finally made it back to the Daybreakers hideout. And for you guys, if you want to see it, it's actually on the owlbear. What the hideout kind of looks like.
Cute.
So you guys can see that. And I'm just gonna kind of let you guys kind of role play, right? Kind of let you do your thing and get to know each other, because some of you don't know each other and some of you still are having small issues. Well, some of you still have small issues. And then, like I said, we'll see what happens when I decide to pour water down the toilet, see what happens, see what flushes out. I'm joking. You guys will be awesome.
We'll be fine.
You'll be fine.
Fine.
We'll
Don't
be
even
fine.
worry about it. It's fine.
Everything's fine.
Be fine.
It's fine.
You're fine. You're fine.
We're all fine.
So you guys have all met, like you're all kind of like now in this this round room down here. So it's up to you how you guys want to handle this. Right now you see Genevieve kind of hanging out. She's looking like she's going over some papers and some other things. And then you haven't seen Ariel since you guys rescued him. And I think it's been about 2 hours after you guys actually rescued them.
Ellen probably would have gone and showered and just kind of laid on something for a little bit, just spaced out for a bit.
Yeah. Hope is gonna. No, go ahead.
Sirith is gonna find somewhere private to pray, as he has a lot to atone for.
Hey, nobody died. Okay. Yeah, I mean, a few people got vaporized in the initial blast, but I told you to do that, and then no one died.
Yeah, he has a lot of guilt. So he's Just trying to find somewhere to pray.
I was gonna say, he would have done that like 2 hours ago, and then now that it's been 2 hours, he's coming back out.
Okay. Jose, you were gonna go. I don't want to.
Oh, Jose's just gonna go and he's gonna go shower. Come here. He's gonna go shower and stuff. And he's just gonna go kind of like rev up on Luna, make sure she's all right. Try to calm his nerves. He's very happy that she's okay and running around just fine. He's gonna check her over for any like hits or whatever he remembers hearing the gunshots. Other than that, he's just kind of like relaxing. 3.
I
Um,
during that time I was definitely hanging out with my fellow rats, but at the end of the time, I would like to go find Ellen wherever he's at.
He's gonna be wherever the snacks are. He's hungry.
yeah,
Man after
Sheriff was
my
gonna
own
do the
heart.
same thing. He was gonna look for Ellen as well.
Oh boy. The quiet guy who
Okay.
doesn't want to talk, everyone wants to talk to him. He's just like, I want to eat. Let me eat.
Just let me eat. I just want to eat my snacks. Listen, man, I feel that.
He's gonna be the crabby old man in the corner.
Aw.
They will probably find him sitting in a corner eating, in all honesty.
Ahote is also gonna be eating.
Okay. I was also gonna find Ellen.
I
Ellen's
can
just
tell
the
you.
man of the
Yep.
hour.
Oh,
Yeah,
I'm not eating.
I'll
I'm
let
just looking for Ellen.
Moss do their thing first. I'll hang out with the
Well,
night
I don't
rats a
know.
little
I'm
longer.
just picturing you both walking up at the same time from two different directions, just right there. A couple of kids like, "Hey," and he's like, "Go away."
No, she's definitely gonna like if she sees Sirius, she's gonna make eye contact and then just kind of do something else. It's like I need a okay. Alright. Cool. I'll let Moss do their thing first and then I'll go down and find Ellen. They're probably gonna do weird Tasha Who things. Don't want to be involved in that.
Yeah, no, that wasn't the plan.
Listen, man, we don't get along well, all right? So
I said like 5 words to you.
I know you also healed me, so we're like on an awkward like okay. She has trust issues. Give her time. There's a lot of just issues in general.
Just give her a few mimosas.
Completely fair.
Shut up.
But yeah, Sirith is gonna approach Ellen and he's gonna say,
I'm gonna tell. Oh, go ahead.
I've been meaning to ask you. Have you heard of a group called the Sons of Chelix?
He's gonna be Throw back to the first episode. He's gonna be sipping his dippy eggs, um, just as a spoonful of raw yolk. About to goes on. These. I'm sorry. The what?
The Sons of Chelix. They're well, unfortunately, why I was in prison there.
I have had one brief encounter with an unfortunate fellow who lost his head, quite literally, actually, after the encounter was over.
Have you heard any or gathered any information on them?
I have not. I've heard there's some sort of cult. That's about the extent that I know of. Actually, come to think of it, the individual we encountered, I don't think he was even an actual member. One of my companions said something about him being just a pretender for kind of, I don't know, a macho effect, I suppose. So honestly, I guess I don't really know much about them. If you have information, that might actually prove useful. They've kind of been mentioned as a big concern around here.
Well, I don't have much information. I was sent here to find and eliminate them as they're thought to be followers of someone that is not the greatest. They're meant to be thought to be followers of us.
Oh. Well, that's not good, is it? You can sit. You don't need to, stand.
Oh, if there was a chair, Sirith
good.
was already sitting. Sirith was already sitting.
You can. Oh, yeah. Okay, you sit. Okay, I don't need to say that. It's like.
Please don't say it about me.
So your job was to come here and eliminate the Sons of Chelix.
Unfortunately, that got me in bad with the trick. They were intent on charging me with some petty crime for what I still don't understand. I mean, they should know if they talk to the church that what I'm doing is just.
Uh, the Warden Watch is not entirely on the level around here. From our experience, a lot of them are quite corrupt. So some of them might actually be members of this cult that you're hunting.
Interesting. That would
I would be
explain
wary.
quite a bit.
Basically, you might have just, if you went to them for assistance, you might have literally just basically gone up to your enemy's front door, knocked on it, and said, "Hey, I'm coming here to kill you. Would you like to help me?" Not the most recommended method.
Typically not, I would say. I thank you. And Sirith is gonna walk away, and he's gonna probably go sit outside, I guess.
He'll kind of like politely bow his head at the thank you, and just kind of mutter to himself as he goes back to eating. Don't mention it. Okay.
Muted. That's why no one can hear me.
Oh.
You guys can hear me, but they can't.
Oh no.
Yeah, that's all right.
Oh,
I've got
no.
nothing important to say anyway.
All right.
So, intelligence check.
All right. Oh, right. I need to pull up the character sheet first. That would come in handy.
It would. Very helpful.
Yeah, that tends to help.
All right. Intelligence check would be that right there. And I don't know, I'm still talking in his voice.
Method.
It was like that which actor that was played Lincoln, and he required everyone call him Mr. President the entire time they were filming. All right, that is a 47 out of 70. So that's 47, 57, 67. 2 or 3 successes?
Right.
Okay.
So just as Sareth begins to walk away, you kind of have a flashback memory of that. I can't think of her name now. The Linux. Oh my god, I can't think of her name now.
Layla?
Layla's. Thank you. I couldn't get past law. I was like, what is it? Layla basically told you that you're not that the Church of Azahak is illegal in the city state of Dodota Shiva, and anybody found worshiping him is generally put on trial for war crimes against the city, essentially, and all these groups are hunted down. Also, the holy symbol for them is a single skull with 9 fires around it on a black hand, a skull and then 9 fires around it. And the cova that you guys ran into, if you'll remember back to the opening session, that a group of these individuals had walked into the tavern where you guys were going to be meeting and basically threatened the innkeeper. And that's when you guys met. That's when you first met Genevieve, and that is where you found out that the Sons of Chelix are actually working along with either the Shadow King or the Warden Watch or another power. And you're not sure who that third power group is.
Huh.
Our heroic luck Santa is back at it again. Just give
I know.
everyone
Love
heroic luck.
Hey.
Ellie. They need it. They need it. They were
Heroic
low.
luck Santa.
Some of them were like really low.
I'm
was
sitting
fine.
pretty now. Okay. Seeing Sirith leave. I'm
Well,
not gonna
Seraph is going outside. What, are you going to go outside?
Yeah,
Like
he's just
into
gonna
the
go.
city?
Yeah, no, he's just gonna go like sit outside, just think. He's just going to get some just going to get some clean air, fresh air.
Okay. Are you going to leave so if there's the building, are you just going to go just outside, or are you going to walk around the building? Because where you're at in the Eastern District, and you've never seen a map of the Eastern District. I don't think any of you have you? Have you guys seen?
No, I think
Nope.
you sent it to us.
Didn't I send it to you guys?
Was that the Western
so.
District or the Eastern District?
That was the
Which
Eastern
district do we
District. I think it was the Eastern
Yeah,
District.
the little red dot being dragon nest.
Let's see if I can find it for you guys again.
One of these days, I'm gonna actually have to make dippy eggs to eat during the stream instead of
Please.
cereal.
Please. We'll actually cry.
Right. So the Eastern District, so the city of Dodota Shiva is a massive city. It's the best way I've described it to everybody that's played is it's like Paris, France in the 1850s. That's how big it is. It's got a central river that kind of cuts through the city, and on either side you've got the districts. So you have the Northern District, which tends to be more of the older noble families, so they have estates that are really, really huge. And then you have the Western District, which is more new money, merchants and those kind of things. And then you have Trade District, which matches in with the Western and the Southern District. The Southern District is the workers and where all the guilds are and where most of the work happens. Then you have the Eastern District, which continues that, but it's also the airship district where you literally have ports of airships at airports, literally airports, a couple hundred feet above you, and also have ports along the river as river trade as it moves up and down through the city. And you guys are in a smaller district. You're in the eastern district, and then you're in a quarter called the Dragon's Nest quarter. And here, let me zoom in actually. Hold on. Is oh, come on, give it to me. Guess it's not going to do that. So I'm just trying to get an idea of, and so it's filled. It's it's got a lot of little roads, little small slits of alleys and things like that. So this building itself kind of sits, kind of in the middle of the quarter.
Yeah, he'd probably just he'd sit out front, like right out in front of the building. Go out, sit on the front step, think for a little bit.
Okay. All right, Selkie, back to you. Sorry.
Okay. Seeing him leave, I'm just gonna ever so casually go up to Ellen and just be like, "You and I need to talk."
He's gonna like stop eating again, kind of just to put down the spoon this time and go, "All right."
She's got her mask up, so there's like no face whatsoever. It's just there, just voice.
Come into my office. It seems I am quite popular today with everyone except my food. So
Yeah,
have a seat.
clearly with your little late arrival. I'm not gonna say I don't appreciate you getting my stuff back.
About that, he's going to pull out the pistol that she borrowed. You're not borrowing this ever again.
Valid. I accept that.
Not until you can learn to not lose it.
Okay, I accept that.
It's all right. It's all right.
But the Quiet One tells us that you stayed back at the magistrate's office. That you sent him on ahead and you stayed back. Why? Said you were looking for your friends. Did you know anybody there?
Well, I mean, I had to find a Hote, of course, you know. He was in a bit of a pickle last I saw, being kind of beaten up.
So you just...
Do I have to
No,
roll
go ahead.
something to
I
hide
wanna
the
listen to
fact that
you.
he saw her in the cell?
If you're, I mean, she's not asking you that direct question. She's just asking you, why did you stay behind? You said you were
Right.
looking for friends. Did you know anybody there? So it's not like she like, I better not tell her that I actually saw her in the cell. No, she doesn't know. She wouldn't put those two things together. There's
That's
no
fair.
logical reason for her to do that.
That's fair. Good point. I mean, I didn't know, well, I knew you and Ahote, of course, and last I saw you were both in a bit of a pickle. So I stayed back to make sure you both got out of there alive.
Why?
I don't know. I mean, we went in as, kind of a unit.
Yeah,
Would
and
be
that
kind of bad if my name
quickly
got
hit the
dropped
fan.
by any of you.
That quickly hit the fan.
Yes, I'll
So
say.
you telling me that you stayed back put yourself at risk.
Oh, trust me, I was not at risk. No one even knows I was there. No one.
Still, that's not the risk I'm talking about. You put yourself at risk of getting caught in that little shit show that happened back there. you risked yourself getting caught rather than running when you could, because clearly you could have. Quiet Boy over there made it here before you did. So clearly you had an opportunity to escape, but you didn't. Why?
It's to check the cells. I did still run out the exit, you know.
Oh, clearly. But I just can't wrap my head around the fact that you stayed behind, risked yourself, and if you would have gotten caught, none of us would have known.
To be perfectly fair, if I had gotten caught, I probably would not have made it out of there alive.
No, you wouldn't have. That's exactly the point I'm getting across.
If you're
So
saying
why risk it?
I don't do anything unless I weigh the options first and determine what my chances are. If I think that it's not worth the risk, I won't do it. Occasionally, I slip up and take chances that I don't need to. This was not one of those times, though. I had already assessed the situation, and there was really nobody down there, actually, except for me at that point. So it wasn't hard to really run around and check the cells. Besides that, it actually proved quite the perfect diversion. I kind of let loose a number of individuals, and it kept the wardens quite busy. Well, I was able to search for you and then head out.
You think any of us would have done the same thing if the roles were reversed?
Oh, probably not. No, but
You make no sense.
I know.
I'm thoroughly confused by your existence and your thoughts.
Well,
Why risk your own skin for somebody who probably won't even do the same thing for you? That
most of the time, I don't give a fuck.
I can respect that, but
Yes.
where's any sense of self-preservation?
But I've seen enough suffering in my time that if there's an opportunity for me to prevent someone from going through something as horrific as whatever it is they do to people down there,
Torture, probably.
I
Questioning.
I like
Horrible
to
things.
yes, exactly. Um, I like to give people that chance. And I've known a lot of people that never got that second chance. Are you happy? Is this the answer you were looking for?
Wasn't the I don't know what answer I was looking for, but I don't know if this was it.
You're starting your wander onto thin ice. Just fair warning.
Oh, am I?
Oh yes.
What thin ice, pray tell, do I walk upon?
You're too young to have seen Lost like I have, so
Surprise me.
I'm sure you're familiar with the various houses of the Taj Mahal.
Heard it once or twice.
Yes, yes. Have you ever heard of the Via Sylph House?
Don't think so.
I would imagine not.
Everything we learned about you guys is just our honor wars, but I think that's a little biased. But go on.
There is a lot of honor in our culture, heavy respect for our ancestors and the wisdom that they passed down to us. But my line lost a war they were in, and those that weren't killed were enslaved, and I was very young when this occurred, mind you. So I grew up seeing only suffering for anyone who was of any importance to me. And when I finally obtained my freedom, I was not able to bring anyone else with me. This sort of felt like a way to pay back that debt. I knew a couple of people, you and Ahote, who were potentially in danger. And I've left people behind before. So it was my attempt to honor those I could not save. And I swear, if you tell anyone about this, I will march you right back to the Warden Watch and say, hey, I think you were looking for her. And then leave, because they don't know who I am. So I could do that.
And trust me, I don't do anything unless it benefits me. And I don't see how telling anybody anything like that benefits me.
Well, good.
You and I are secretive people, so it seems.
So it seems, indeed.
I'll let you.
Either way, I am glad. I need to ask a question for you.
I think that's only fair. Shoot.
Were you in the lower levels? The lowest of the prison?
Yes.
Huh. Okay then. All right.
I mean, I can assume so. We had to go up a couple of flights of stairs getting out of there.
That sounds about right.
I didn't see any. We were where the explosion was. It knocked down my wall.
Ah! Oh. Okay. Yeah, that was you then. Okay. I'm glad you made it out.
Are you? You saw me down there?
You were a little, challenging to recognize, but I suspected it might be you. That was one of the reasons why I stayed behind. I wanted to, make sure you weren't buried in rubble.
And how much did you see?
Not much. I was kind of busy. I had an entire mess of guards knocking on the door.
Okay. All right. Good to know. You still confuse me, and I'm gonna go now. I need a drink. Hold on. And I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna go find something to drink, which may or may not be alcoholic.
This is a good time for my character to come back in.
Your choice.
Yeah, my
Up to you.
character busts through the door. He's holding a piece of paper, like a flyer thing, and he's like, this isn't good. This isn't good at all."
He's actually got the evening issue of the Dragon. What did I say it was? The Dragon's Coffer. It's a newspaper basically that every quarter kind of has. Each quarter names theirs differently, but it's like the New York Times.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
I'm holding it out for everybody to look at.
So when he opens it, it kind of does an unrolling, and across the top you can see the dragon's coffer, and it says in bright red-ish letters, "Have you seen this Rakah? Have you seen this a series? Known fugitives from the magistrate and thought to be in league with a dark entity. Approach with extreme caution. If you have any information concerning these persons, please contact your nearest warden watch." And below each of your pictures, which is animated in a three-dimensional thing, without your mask, without everything, you're kind of like that Harry Potter's, where they're doing those images kind of things.
The movie pictures.
Below that is 1,500 silver piece reward for any information that leads to their capture.
So it'd just be those three, right? Along with,
It's
Just a Hote and Baja. That's it.
Oh,
They never saw me do anything either
You're
because
right, you're right.
I didn't even see me.
You didn't see anything either.
See me.
Oh my gosh!
And
wait,
underneath each of them is that they are wanted, not only known fugitives, but wanted for murder, the destruction of public property.
Wait, are they being blamed for the explosion?
Uh-huh.
Jose was problematic.
Wow.
Ellen can just
We are
walk down the
problematic.
street, and you guys are taking all the heat for his choice.
Wanted for murder and destruction of public property.
And mass prison break.
Whoops.
Wow.
I don't think that's an actual.
That's an actual thing, but it's not what you really wanted for.
Oh, okay. It was small news. It's like
It's small news compared to the fact that you just basically blew up the basement of the magistrate's office. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
I mean, even
Yeah,
though it
man,
wasn't
it's-
you two, and they want to, because they're now concerned that you were in league with a dark entity.
It's not the
That'll
first
be
time I've
me.
heard that.
That would be
The dark
that would be
entity.
Sirith and Ellen.
Dark entities.
We're
I
just
thought you
a
were
dark
singing.
entity. Uh-oh. My
Oh
chair just
God.
broke.
Hi. Hey, to
Uh,
be fair, it
orb.
was just a little remodeling.
The orb.
Hote, you got no response to that? Can you even hear us?
Oh, Holte can hear you. Holte is in his own mind.
And Luna just kind of looks
slowly
at the
letting-
picture, and then looks at you, and looks at the picture, and then she bites your calf, like a nip, like you got caught.
What? Oh, we're one. 15. Can I turn myself in?
Yeah. How much are we? 1,500?
1,500 silver pieces each.
I'm at least 2,000. I demand a redo. I'm gonna go back there and punch somebody. Hold on.
Okay.
Hey,
They're kinda-
Surprise, it's
Ellen
not
has another one
low.
of those firebomb things.
Well, it wasn't so
I know.
much the firebomb, was the fact that you threw it on a small keg of dark dust. That was the issue.
And to think my original plan was to lure them into that room and then just throw a grenade into the storage room.
So there were
Ignite everything.
there were several barrels in there.
Yeah,
We'll say
you see,
that-
until
we'll just
dawn,
say-
we
we'll
would be
just-
inside of the fire.
Right. We will
Double
just
the
say
speed.
that there was at least 5 So think about that, and each one of those did 3,000 points of damage.
Oh no.
I would have incinerated the whole block.
The whole building is just down, out
Just
for the count. There's
Sitting,
just...
it's flood. The whole
People
region's
are-
kind of flooding because you know you broke into the sewer with it and kind of
Oh,
the,
God.
To be
the
fair,
water and all that other stuff.
that would
they-
shape history.
It's true. I mean, people on the outside just would have seen this, and then the building collapses.
The great implosion.
I'm very
Yeah.
glad I didn't do that now. Oh gosh.
falls into a hole, like
Fantastic.
you know, like one of those holes that are on the city. You know, when you're driving, suddenly it just collapses into one of those holes.
Oh,
Sinkholes.
sinkholes. They're the
Sinkholes.
worst.
One day,
Yeah.
They're the worst.
one day the
But-
magistrate was there. The next day, gone.
It
Well,
was
at least
not.
half of it, right?
Yep. Yep.
And
Just
so,
accidentally.
so there's that news.
Great.
What do you guys want to do? with
Fantastic.
Oh
that?
wait. Did he bring it over to where Ellen could see it too? Like,
Well, I'm kind of assuming that you guys are all kind of like hanging out in the same area. For the
You
most
also
part.
heard me
You guys
burst
are all
in.
eating. You guys are all eating, right?
We
So, Basra was there talking to Ellen, and Ahote was there eating. So you guys are all kind of in the same area, and then he comes storming in like, "Oh my god!"
Ellen's going to kind of like put down his spoon again and kind of like looking. Hey, I'm on that too.
Dark
Doc-
entity.
Yes, that's me. Like I said, no one's
Lethargic
on me.
monkey. I don't know if you saw the last episode when I actually had to sit there and calculate all the amount of damage this thing does for each gram, each ounce of dark dust. It was insane. Oh jeez.
Oh, it's so funny.
It is.
I'm gonna take the paper and read it a little closer.
I
Okay.
think I might have, you know, well, Ellen might have scarred Bajra, like, oh, you're a dark entity, like. She's just gonna continually get more confusing.
It's...
What do you? So you want to take the paper and you want to read it? Are you looking for anything specific or looking any detail? I mean, it's your full face, Bajra, even with the brand. And now that you've actually noticed it, the brand, with the magical nature of the image that's been caught, your brand is actually glowing a slight bluish white.
Oh fuck!
You've never really noticed it before, because you've never been in true darkness, and you're now wondering, does it always glow a bluish white, and I just don't realize it?
I'm gonna see it and immediately start fidgeting with it.
Which might
But
also deal with the fact that how that one Rakost basically stopped in front of you.
Oh no. But as I'm not even gonna draw any attention to that. I'm just gonna kind of panic internally a little bit onto that. But I'm looking for any mentionings of the Daybreakers.
Oh, they might not know it's connected to them. Because we didn't break just Alan out. It was everybody we let loose.
Well, but that's also common thieves, common people that were just doing stupid crimes as well. It wasn't like the Daybreakers, like, oh, there's the Daybreakers and then there's this. I mean, it's no different than if you go into a New York City jail. You've got common thieves, you got your picklocks, you got your pickpocketers, you got drunks,
Serial
things
killer
like that.
too.
You got
Yeah.
a serial killer that they were getting ready to transport down.
Whoops.
Sorry.
Whoops.
They're out
Well,
loose
he's
now.
dead now, so don't worry about him. Right?
Oh, that's
Fine,
true.
but
Well, we did let loose the
Sophie's only
entirety
one
of.
in there.
He was our
Actually,
trap
we
card.
let loose every single jail cell in that building.
You did.
So-
You let them all out.
We just
Yeah,
went
well,
full
I let
blown
loose the worst.
Bane from Dark Knight Rises. Like, release them all.
Right?
Oh my god, we actually did become Batman villains.
Yes, lifelong goal
Fantastic.
accomplished. Bucket list check.
I called it.
We're
You
great.
did.
So there's
On the bright
no
side-
specific mention of the Daybreakers.
There's no specific mention of the Daybreakers, but you do read. You guys are flat on front page. The whole 17 and a half inches. This thing's like this, and it folds and it's rolled up. You guys' pictures are on both are here with the title "Wanted," and then have you seen this Rakas? Have you seen this series? And what you guys have been accused of, the reward, and then they start talking about the damage that was done to the in a midday escape attempt. The building was damaged by a massive explosion, which they believe was caused by a dark entity that they believe that these two fugitives are in league with. And any news, any information that can be passed on to the Warden Watch. And it specifically says not only with the Warden Watch, but it also says Captain Marcus Aurelius.
Mhm.
And contact him if you can. And then you notice there's a small, and then as you kind of get down towards the bottom, there's a couple of other articles about continued break-ins by a roving pack of Kova dressed in red leatherish armor. They've struck again. And then there's another article that says stay off the streets between this time and this time, between 7 p.m. and 7 a.m. As citizens are being accosted by dark entities in the night, being dragged off, screaming, and never to be seen again. So far, there's been 3 of these attacks in the last couple of weeks. Last night on this, they're reporting it that there were 3 bodies found on the shore of the Eastern District, the Dragon Quarter and the river. And so there's all these kind of things. And what else is there? Yeah.
Heavy Gotham vibes.
Very Gotham vibes.
Okay. So...
And I've also been watching a lot of the Blacklist lately, so be prepared for that.
I started rewatching it too. As soon as you
Oh,
mentioned it to me, I
nice.
started rewatching it too.
Yeah, I've got
It's a
some
good
good
time.
ideas.
So I'm gonna put the paper back down in the middle of the table for all of us and be like, well, they're shitty cops.
What if we
and
use
that-
this to our advantage?
Because
They're clearly corrupt. There's some level of corruption. We can use this to get closer to them.
suggesting using us as bait.
No.
I mean, you already tried that once, and look what happened.
we tried that.
You I never
I-
tried that.
I don't see any mention of the Daybreakers in here. That's a good sign. I mean,
Yeah. That's what I'm saying, is that they're shitty cops, or at the very least, they didn't look through my stuff very thoroughly.
to be fair, it was like a few minutes. What do you mean, look through your stuff very thoroughly? Did you have
Whenever
a
you-
Daybreaker pamphlet in there?
Well, whenever you got me my satchel back, I looked through it to make sure everything was there.
And what was in your satchel outside of a spell book that I'm not even aware of?
I had my entire thieves kit in there, and also the Daybreaker mask that Genevieve gave me.
Okay, got it. But they hadn't decided on when they were going to start wearing those, so there is no,
Okay.
there's no
So there's
connection to
no-
that, right?
Okay, cool.
There's no
Okay,
there was no
cool.
they've not made a connection between the mask and the Daybreakers and you guys. I mean,
You
they'll
should
get
probably
there eventually,
tell Genevieve though.
I mean,
This mask should probably be discontinued.
right? Hey, can we do a
Or-
different mask?
or, I mean, y'all wanted to say that Daybreakers are practically vigilantes. Although I'm not sure doing a massive jailbreak is good publicity.
Yeah, there's also,
No, don't worry, that's not
destroying
on
the
you. That's,
integrity of a building.
But also remember the fact that the
Also on me.
Daybreakers are local citizens trying to rally people to, help them stop the corrupt government or the city officials that are kind of taking over the Dragon's Quarter.
Okay, so we're vigilantes.
You're the vigilantes.
We're the problem.
They haven't gotten into the
Got
the vigilante business yet. They were going to, and then this afternoon happened.
Got it. We're anonymous. We're basically anonymous.
Essentially, right now you guys are anonymous. Yeah, the Ellen and Searth are anonymous.
We are.
Call Batman and Robin.
I don't remember Batman using explosives like that.
Oh,
Not
ooh, really?
This would
Oh,
have
he did.
definitely
Oh.
gone against his no killing rule.
Well,
Not
okay,
kill-
I
it's
guess
not
you could
killing
say
if,
it more
if
of
you
like,
don't see the blood. Okay.
All right, so a
I
Batman
don't-
exclusive. There was a time where the Batman actually carried a gun for 4 issues of, I believe, the Dark Knight.
No.
Nice. I was gonna say Green Arrow in his early phase.
Oh yeah, he was all about destruction.
Yeah, because that's kind of Ellen's vibe. At least
Very
with this
Green
this
Arrow.
particular adventure, Ellen's still trying to work stuff out.
Sirith feels a little bit better finding out that those guards might have been cult members. It's a
that's
chance.
It's a safe
Mhm.
assumption. Well,
At that
I mean,
moment,
why else would you beat up
we're
a priest?
fucked.
at that moment, Genevieve walks out and kind of looks around and says, "Oh, you guys are all eating. Are you rested now?"
Eh,
I need a nap. I've just been eating, but I could use a nap. No more
Yeah,
fun missions until tomorrow.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Ariel is still recovering. He should be okay over the night. But I know that he wants to speak to all of you tomorrow, if you're up for it.
I don't see why not.
We're
I mean,
gonna
I
have
need
to
to rest
talk.
and
Anyways.
heal up my hit points, and I'm kidding. Oh wait,
So-
I didn't get hit.
Yeah.
What?
Oh.
Alan's proved that this is a simulation.
Yeah, I didn't get hit either, so
Lots of damage. Itty bitty.
And the best part is the guard that saw you get pulled away by the dark entity. I'm pretty sure got skewered by the psycho serial killer. Moments or hours or whatever it was later. So
No, just moments later. I mean, so
Moments
look,
later, yeah.
everything. While it took, while it took us, a good session for me jumping around, all of that took place in about 30 minutes. From the moment that Bajra, or from the moment that Ahote beat to death that Warden Watch to you guys finally getting out was about 30 minutes in real time. And again, that all happened in the afternoon.
we
work
didn't even have
fast,
the
guys.
decency to do it in the middle of the night.
No,
we didn't even need to plan it.
didn't even need to plan it.
Team Chaos.
This is why I will forever say Han literally just should have hit release all and then let the princess come out with everyone else.
Unless, of course, she was
Just
the only one
saying.
there.
Our dynamic hasn't changed at all.
True.
Nope.
He
It has
he didn't
not.
get hit. I did the most damage.
I was there.
Actually, no. Ellen did the most damage this time. I'm scared.
Actually, I think the serial killer did the
3K.
most damage.
I don't know.
Yeah.
That 3K, man.
Well, technically, it's the
No.
Dark Entity that did 3,958 points of damage.
oh, so that was 4K.
So is that 1,500 each split between us?
Between who?
Are
No,
we-
it's
are we-
1,500
We're
for
both the dark
Bajra.
entity.
But
No,
no,
we're
it's,
both the Dark Entity.
There's no reward for you. They're just wondering. We think they're in leagues with this Dark Entity, and they don't even know what the Dark Entity is, so they don't even know what to give it as a price. I mean, it could have been a demon. It could have been, they don't know. I mean, there's lots of different species that are able to create moving globes of darkness, and that ranges all the way from right, because it's an ability, so anybody can do this if they take the right abilities, right, and all the way up to known demonic entities that are able to actually do that as well. So they
Ellen
have
is
no idea.
concocting a plan to
So
keep
the-
his identity hidden.
The only two that they know of was Bajra and Ahote. Yeah, that's really it. So Genevieve kind of walks around and she kind of comes over to you, Bajra, and she kind of sits down next to you. And she goes, "So, any change of heart?" You've been through a lot.
We have been through a lot. I'm tired.
And she kind of looks down at the newspaper. She goes, interesting brand. You know, I think I recognize that.
She, if there's any kind of utensil or anything on the table, she
She
is
starts.
grabbing it. She is grabbing it, and she is witnessing a lot of restraint of not stabbing this woman. She's with a lot of restraint. But
She looks at you. She goes, "Why are you so frustrated with your truth?"
there's some carvings in the wood.
But again, so why are you so frustrated with your truth?
I'm not having this conversation right now, Genevieve.
Well, it's pretty much out for everybody to know.
Yeah, I know it's out there for everyone else to see. There's no point in it right now. We got other things to worry about. The fact that we're now wanted.
Now, perhaps maybe you speaking of what troubles you and what's followed you for so long might be of some sort of cathartic release for you, and maybe you might find a new dawn. She turns to Ella and she goes, "Oh, those are some of my favorite eggs."
Oh, really? You like these?
Oh, I like those kind of eggs. Yes. She kind of breaks off a piece of your toast and lingers over you and just kind of dips it and then eats it and just smiles at you. And then she turns to Baja and goes, "You know, a wise person once said that the truth will set you free."
I'm stabbing this fork into the table and walking away.
He's just gonna like take another sip of his eggs and be like, "Quite the temper, that one."
Probably gonna go to the training room.
Are you getting up and leaving?
Yeah, I'm going to the training room and probably gonna go hit something.
I will get
I hope
you.
they just gonna ask another drink.
This will happen. This will happen.
Let me try.
But she goes, "For tonight, though, you should all rest. Your rooms still are available for you at the end of the hall, and we will meet with you in the morning if that's okay." At least to you three.
What works for me?
Nohote?
Oh, yeah, sure.
She looks at you. "What's wrong, dear?"
Oh, nothing. Long day. Mine is Hey, what do y'all have to drink? I'm kind of thirsty.
Well, I'm sure that Maga can whip you up some things. She's just in the other room there. And she points to this very large female troll who is dark bluish purple in color, and she's got these vibrant red tatis that are all just engulfing her arm and her lower legs. And she's sitting there and she's mixing some together.
Yeah. I was just gonna be like, all right, thank you. I'm gonna go get something to. Yeah. And he just walks out.
Seems to me that and she turns to you, Sarah. Turns to you, she goes, "Seems to me that your comrades, your friends, have a lot of angst. You need to learn to let that go."
I agree for the most part, although I don't know if they're my comrades yet. All I know about them is one of them grabbed me and we blew up the precinct.
Well, I can't say that was not warranted, but probably shouldn't have done it so badly.
Is Ellen just sitting there still hearing
Yeah,
this?
just still eating this. And she goes,
"Yeah, just like kind of mutter, like, I wouldn't go blabbering to everyone that, we would have. Just say the dark entity did it, okay?"
She turns to you, back to you, Ellen. She goes, "So, what house are you from? Who house are you from?
He's gonna stop for a second. Just kind of.
Are you of the Visilith?
Yes.
Your house was destroyed, was it not?
Not all of it, but yes. As far as the existence of the house in the free world, yes, it was.
That is too bad. I hope you are able to reclaim your family's dignity.
I hope
And
so as well.
She turns to you, Sarah. She goes, "So tell me more about yourself. You look like you're a worshiper of Odirin, is that correct?"
Sirith nods his head. He says, "Yes,
I recognize it by the
worship-
little lapel pin that's on your hat.
Yes, that's my symbol for casting.
GM pop off
I've
tonight.
been following Odirin for as long as I can remember, ever since what happened to my family.
And what happened to your
And-
house? It looks like you've picked up a group of misfits, like, but you seem to all work well together. What happened to your house? And she reaches
Ellen,
back
like,
over and she
immediately
kind of
just, like, pivots towards him.
and then Ellen and Genevieve kind of like rubs up against your shoulder, Ellen, and kind of looks over and goes, "Oh, seems like you're out of eggs. Maybe we should get you some more."
Would you like some too?
"Oh, I'd love some. Would you make them?"
Gladly.
And you get up and you kind of wander off into the central portion there where the troll is kind of like where the kitchen kind of is. It's where they have most of their cooking utensils and things like that, where they can actually cook things if you want to do that. And so she turns back to you. She goes,
definitely.
She turns back to you. She goes, "Sirith, that's correct spell pronunciation, Sirith, right?
Yes.
So tell me of your home. Tell me of your home, Izuka."
The rest of my house was unfortunately slain in a tragic demon accident.
So you're a demonologist? What demon? And how did it happen? She gets real close and she puts her hand up on her chin up on her hand, and you know she's got these deep blue eyes that you've never seen before, and they almost seem to glisten with a silver, and not like in a wet silver, but like in a glistening within the eyes, the silver flecks. She goes, "Tell me more of your home and what happened."
I have devoted my life mostly to the removal of evil and the study of demons. I still don't know what demon lord sent them to wipe out my family and my house, but they will be avenged.
Perhaps you should speak with Ellen, and maybe the two of you should figure out how to bring your houses both back together. You revenging in him bringing his house back from wherever it was at.
I suppose that could work.
I mean, two Taju outside of their own homes are easy prey for those that might seek to do them harm.
I think we accidentally proved that to be. Don't underestimate
The other way
us.
around.
Well, no. Two Tartahu, one dark entity, though.
There you go. She gets up, and she kind of makes her way into the common kitchen area where Ellen is. And as she does, she kind of lingers her hand across your shoulder, and she goes, "But demons, you might prove to be useful if we believe who we believe is behind this. Right? Perhaps you'll be proved useful." And she makes her way in there, and she comes up behind Ellen, and who's fixing these eggs. She goes, "Oh, that's how you do that. I was wondering how you got them so drippy."
Oh, yes, it's. I don't remember much from before the attack, but I do remember my mother making eggs this way growing up.
Interesting. And so Hote, when you get there, Marg kind of looks at you, and she's kind of like, "Oh, why you got the down face,
I love her.
Thoughts. Deep thoughts is all.
Oh, you're drowning there.
Kind of just looks down at Luna
Oh,
as
good puppy. Yeah?
yeah,
She leans
she's
down,
amazing.
her hand the size of Luna's head, and she just kind of strokes her back, and Luna just kind of like, all right, this is cool. I'll dig it. She just kind of turns her head like, okay, you can get that spot right there. It's good. She goes, you no need to be so unhappy. Here, try grog. She hands you this large pint of this black mass that just
Yes.
when it kind of hits over the edge, it kind of it's so thick it almost reminds you of like a molasses, and it drips down.
Oh.
Well, you try. It'll make you feel good.
I sniff it. Like,
It's got a cinnamon lemon scent to it.
completely off
try.
guard.
I'm sorry?
Okay, it caught me completely off guard. Smelling it, but it looking so
Oh, it's
different.
good grog. I make good grog here. Make a stamina check, TS. Do you just slam it or do you sip it?
I mean, I don't slam it, but I definitely don't sip it.
Like
Like,
you take it
I
nice.
take,
Okay, so give me a stamina check straight up.
okay, I get to use new dice.
Yay.
Yes.
So excited.
New dice rolls.
I don't know if that's what I need. A
Whatever it
stamina.
is.
Yeah, stamina.
The
check.
dice gods have decided what you needed.
So this is 3 successes.
You it's when you take a sip of it, you can taste the cinnamon, you can smell the lemon, and then it burns the back of your throat as it goes into your belly. And when it hits you, you suddenly feel this intense heat in your stomach that just kind of makes its way through all your limbs, and your fingers tingle with this warmness. And you're like, whoa. Maybe it won't be so bad after all.
Oh,
And she goes, I'm about to give you a big hug now. Come here. And she puts a big arm around you and just pulls you up. Your face kind of, she kind of almost buries you in her bosom and gives you a big old hug. You big boy. You be happy. Your puppy like you. You got grog. You got mog. Let's
I
sit
love
down
her
and drink.
so much.
I go to
She literally,
hug her.
I mean, she's 4 feet taller than you, and she kind of picks you up and kind of sits you on the other side of the table that she was making this. We cheer now, and she just brings up, and she's got this large grayish iron mug that's like twice yours, and it's just filled, and she just goes and she slams it. She starts to slam it at you. Are you gonna return it?
I will return it.
She gets up,
Confused, I have to go with the flow.
she drinks, and then she just takes it and she tips it, and she's 10 seconds, 15 seconds, 20 seconds later, she finishes.
I try to
grog.
match her and beat it before she finishes hers.
Stamina check.
Seeing that
TS3.
she's going, I try to.
Stamina check TS3.
I love her so much.
Ooh, that's a fail. That's an 88. That was 76.
Oh no.
Turnabout is fair play, my friends.
Hote hasn't been drunk yet.
Nobody's been drunk but me.
And she sets it. She sets her thing down, and you kind of finish down. She goes, kind of lets out this deep belch. She goes, "Good grog, right?" And you kind of like,
Yeah.
you pull it down, and you get this
Yeah.
this childish glee smile on your face, like, and your eyes kind of cross, and you just like, yeah, great. And you just fall backwards, and she goes, "Mark, take care of you tonight."
I love her.
So
As he was drinking, his colors definitely turned from like dullish yellow to like a vibrant yellow as it progressed. Like very vibrant, like
I make
fresh
a
sunny
serious
day.
good drinker. I'll wake him up. And so Genevieve kind of smirks and laughs like, "Oh, Mark, not again." She goes. Mark looks at her and goes, "What? He big boy, 4 arms. He need much love." Genevieve
Oh,
just
to
like,
have a giant troll
"Oh,"
lady take care of you.
just shakes her head. She just make sure that he's rested. Oh, he be rested by morning. Marg, make sure of that. And this big old toothy grin, her horns, I mean, she's got these 3 or 4 turns in her horns. She's easily 100, 150 years of age. She's just this big troll. She's like the classic Russian mother in a sense. Where she's just this really big Russian mother kind of thing, and she's
Be
Marg,
strong like
take care of
bear.
you.
You'll be strong like bear.
Oh, you better be strong like me.
I love her. Mostly because I
Yeah.
have a Russian grandmother and I just got like flashbacks.
Oh, that's
Um,
great.
I would appreciate this so
Me
much
more.
more if I wasn't passed out.
Oh, to be taken care of by a giant troll lady.
Luna just kind of looks. You guys see Luna. Well, not you, Bajra, but you, Ellen, and Genevieve kind of look down, and Bajra
Don't
and Luna's just licking his face, like, "All right, at least you're more peaceful now." And just kind of like curls up next to the fire and kind of just puts into like a nice good sleep and just kind of closes all but one eye slowly. You know how dogs do that one slow close eye, and they just kind of keep an eye on you for a second, and they just kind of curl up and they disappear into their own things. Genevieve says, "How much longer on those eggs?"
Should be about ready now, actually.
Oh,
Do
yes.
you? He'll he actually made an additional set of eggs for Sirith, and he'll set them on the 3 plates and offer the first one to Genevieve.
She takes it. She gives a slight nod. She takes it with both hands and picks up her spoon and goes, "I should have some bread with this." And she kind of turns and goes over, and as she does, she kind of again bumps shoulders with Sirith, and she goes, "Dark entity, huh?" And then just moves along. And you can see her kind of break out some, chunks of bread, and she kind of takes it over to the fire that's there, and she kind of, puts it on a stick and kind of is holding it there so it gets toasty and stuff like that. She goes, "I really should go check on Bajra." She stands up. She takes her. Go ahead.
He's gonna as he's handing the other set of eggs to Sirith, he's gonna say, "Yep, I can do that.
Well,
I have a question for her anyhow."
I fear for
I mean,
her. I fear for her. She has a lot of pent up angst that she needs to release.
I've noticed that.
Maybe we should go
Listen to some
together.
Nirvana.
Works for me. Would you like to come too?
Sirith, he asks you, "Would you like to come too?"
Yeah.
Sure.
Oh,
Yes.
brilliant! Let's go find her. And she takes off her bread off the stick. She kind of puts a plate there, and she's like dipping it. And she's walking. I think she's this way, and she leads you into this one area where there's these training dummies, and there's a
3 Tajra Who-like species walk in, all
Sirius
eating
got his
shipping eggs at once.
He brought his eggs.
Oh yeah,
He's
so
like,
did
"Oh, Bajra." What's Bajra
Yeah,
doing?
the place is a mess. She's currently got one of the dummies stabbed up against the wall with her rope dart,
I was
and
gonna
she's
say,
struggling to get it out.
oh no.
She walks in. She goes, "Bajra, you need to learn to control this and better
I
use
am
it."
controlling this.
Oh,
This is me controlling it.
dear heart. This isn't you controlling it. I sense a deep, obvious rage within you.
Oh, what gave you that idea? Still
And she turns to Ellen. She goes,
fighting.
"I can see what you mean." And she takes some about her tail. She goes, "She's a tough one. Maybe, well, maybe one of her friends can help us." Ellen,
Oh, she was asking Ellen for help, or
Well, no, she's actually talking about
I
one of
thought she was.
the night rats that she's
That's what
talking
I
about. And
thought.
she's got someone specific in mind. But she was like,
Uh,
"Did you not have a
yeah,
question for
Ellen
her,
has
Ellen?"
Ellen has no idea what her what her idea is, so he's just gonna like kind of stare back for a minute, like, hmm.
Good call.
Yeah. And he's oh oh oh. Mhm. Question, yes. It can wait. It's all right.
Oh, no, 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 no. That's why we came here, is to ask a question. Ask the question. I'm curious now. We must hear the question.
Sorry, Pride and Prejudice just flashed into my mind. I must have my say in the conversation. Lady de Berg. All right. He's gonna, he's gonna kind of just kind of like grunt and not sure what to do with his eggs now that he's holding. He's kind of, I was curious why you're still covering your face if it's literally out there for everyone to see.
She's gonna take the dagger and just give you this look. I'm just like,
See, that's the thing, is you'd be a lot more intimidating if we could actually see what your expressions were.
Sirith with a mouthful of eggs is like, you got a point.
And you
Like
see,
you could be like grinning under their
kind
plate.
of just walk over, and one of the dummies that you knocked over and is being, she kind of tests it, and she kind of sits down, crosses their legs, and holds the plate up, and is just dipping the bread and the eggs. Just
she's gonna make sure that there's some space between them before like just flipping the dagger, but in her hand, just kind of like get out some of this energy. So she's just kind of like fidgeting with it. Though you're only proving why I need to keep it covered even more, because my face is everywhere, but they don't need to know that that face is this face. So it actually is even more beneficial for me to
Can I
keep this
roll
covered right now.
skepticism to see how easy it is
Yeah,
to
me
know
too.
yeah,
that
sure.
she's yeah,
Because
okay.
this is like the same
This is how this
headpiece.
works. This is how this works. Bajra, convince roll,
Uh-huh.
social combat.
Social combat. Fuck.
No point.
My character.
This chair, the seat of my chair is steadily breaking more, just
Ooh,
like
do
bit
we
by
get lift
bit.
the veil with this? Since it is
Yes.
looking for truth.
Yes, you would get your bonus to lift the bell.
Can I use perception instead of skepticism then?
Yes.
Oh wait, nope. Nope.
What kind of stacks is happening right now? I'm in social combat and I'm scared.
No, it's no difference. We call it social combat because it's you're trying to defend against their inquisitiveness.
Oh gosh.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So, would you roll, Bajra? How many successes?
Just 2. No, 3.
3 successes. So,
3.
Sierra, you and Ellen both get either skepticism rolls, which is probably more appropriate and stuff like that, to determine exactly is that whatever it is you want to do.
I got a 52. And my skepticism is 72 plus 20, so 92. So that is 4 successes.
Yeah. So Bajra, the Taja who have this ability to see through untruths, they are the world's natural psychiatrists. What'd you get, Ellen?
I got an /6, and if you include the lift the veil, that bumps it to a 69. So 10 successes? No, 11 successes.
Fuck
11
me.
successes.
He's just like sipping his dippy egg, not buying a bit of it.
So how do you guys react? I mean, she's basically saying this, and she's like, this is what it is, and you're like, no. I mean, how do you guys react? How's this reacting?
I mean, it's legit.
He stares at her in the most dad-like deadpan, as he just like basically like this, like.
The eyebrow for me.
Just the thing
Even
eyebrow.
the eyebrow raised up like.
Spirit does the same exact thing, except for after the sip of soup, after the sip of egg, he's like totally convincing.
Oh,
And then another sip.
wait, eyebrow action happening. Fuck me.
They don't believe you.
It's a legitimate strategical advantage. If I keep my face covered, then I'll never know. Then the general public, would not gonna come after me for a ransom.
And while you're saying that, you can hear Jennifer goes, release the truth, dear. Just release the truth.
And if anything else, keeping my face uncovered because of this fucking mark is just it's gonna bring more attention to it. It's gonna make me more
As I
noticeable.
recall,
Problem.
you got into a pretty lethal fight with a number of your own kind specifically for your head covering. Like they were gesturing towards it and everything. I couldn't understand what they were saying, but it was pretty obvious. You might want to choose a different head covering. Something a little bit more, I don't know, common?
Trust me, if you have any ideas on how to actually cover this shit, I'd be more than happy to hear that. But unfortunately,
I hear that regaining or doing something very honorable helps with that. She goes, "Oh dear, I'm out of eggs. I need to go get more eggs."
Ellen just offers her his.
Oh, thank you.
He just suddenly
And so she takes the plate and she turns. She goes, "You know, life is like runny eggs. It's all in how you perceive them."
I don't like this metaphor.
Well, and the truth is like that. It's how you perceive it. Perhaps your friends would perceive you differently. And she goes, "But I must add some spice to this. I'll be right back." And she turns and walks back down the hall, and you can hear her singing this tune about truth and freedom, and it'll set you free. And she goes, "Oh, Ahote, I see you're getting up finally. Mark, take care of him." Yes. And Ahote, as you're kind of waking up, like, oh, Marg's got you like in a cradle kind of position here, and she's like giving you like a little sip of this clear concoction. She goes, "Mark, he wake up soon, yes, and we try again." Smack. He has broken constitution. He not good drinker. I make him good drinker.
Am I in the? You put me down.
Oh,
Please.
okay. I put you down. Yes. You ready for next round? Yeah. She takes your cup. She sets it up. She reaches into this barrel and she brings out this ladle of this goo, and she just pours it, and it's like this thick goo of molasses that kind of just slowly pours into your cup. She goes, "It's good, yeah." And then she takes her whole thing and dips it in. It's got stuff running down the side. She goes, "We try again." I'm starting to feel a little numb. Yeah.
I don't know if I'm quite ready for that yet. I just woke up.
Nah, you good.
You need to know
Smack across your face. Like, not like a hard smack, but you're good. You're good.
Good boy.
Not like a hard smack, but her hand is like twice the size of my face. So
Mark make you good drinker, yes.
I'm Genevieve. Hi.
Oh, I see you're awake. Oh, have you had Ellen's what's he call them? Runny, soupy, sloppy, soupy eggs? Soupy eggs?
No, I haven't. Actually, Mark, I'm gonna go try some eggs.
Oh,
I'll be
not
back.
before you don't drink first. You drink first, then you have runny eggs. They don't look so good.
They don't look so good.
There are lots of good food in this garage. I make it from special ingredients.
But
Uh,
Helen's my friend, you know, that
Yes,
maybe I
we
want to
drink
support
first,
him
we eat
first.
later.
I'm not getting out of this. Okay.
Come now. You try.
I tug it
you got.
halfway.
And you chug it a little bit. She does the same
Yes.
thing. She takes it 5 seconds, 10 seconds, 15 seconds, and she finishes.
You're a brave man. You're a
Ah,
brave
And I'm
man.
like,
good grog. You drink all? You drink it all, yes.
I drink it all.
Stamina check,
You
TS4.
listen to your
As-
Russian grandmother.
As I put it down, I say under my breath, fucking peer pressure.
It's real, dog.
True.
Odd 5.
Go out like men.
Did you make your stamina check, TS4?
Odd 5.
Nice. She goes, see? Mark make you good drinker. And she dips in again and pours it down again. Ellen and Sirith, you're there alone with Bajra. You can hear Marg. I mean, she echoes. Her voice echoes in the building.
Gosh.
Of you good drinker. I make you better drinker now. What do you guys do with Bajra?
He's just gonna kind of stare at her and like narrow his eyes a little bit at the mention of regaining honor. He's gonna say, "You don't have to tell me now. But did you lose your honor? I'm just."
She's still playing with the rope dart portion. It's just, you could say that.
He's gonna go up and pick up one of the dummies and start setting it up for her to be able to, attack again if she so wishes. Just like start trying to fix it as much as possible. And kind of like take a step back. Have at it. If it'll help.
You wanted to come to question. What did you want? I'm guessing that wasn't it.
I did
Something
see
fidget.
everything. I mean, there was a window right into your cell.
So you saw the.
I did.
I've
And I
kept
don't
this
know.
thing hidden for 2 years.
That's it.
2.5 years.
That's it. Sorry,
Yes, I've had this brand only for 2 years and I've been hiding it for that long. What else do you want from me? Yes, I've been branded for 2 years. I've been hiding it since.
so. So what happened? Because you seem very touchy about it, and I get the feeling there's something else. Like it. I feel like if it was someone who lost their honor, normally they wouldn't care as much about honor as you seem to. It's. What happened? Were you framed?
No, I wasn't framed. I actually did this crime and Ellen, what you told me and said that you wouldn't be used it against me, I wouldn't use it against you. Same thing. Sirith, quiet one, priestly boy. Understand, you use this against me, I'm breaking your fingers.
I went back into a collapsing building to make sure you got out alive. I don't think I would use any of this against you.
I healed you.
That and I'm greatly appreciative of both of you. But I swear to God, if any of you guys use this against me.
Hey, whoa, no reason to bring God into this.
It's been a hot minute since I've cared about that. I still don't care about that. So
Earth looks very offended.
I'm sorry, priest boy. The gods have kind of turned their backs on me. Alright? Don't your gods, my gods, I don't know I don't know, okay?
Sirith points at the emblem and he's like, "You don't know my God?"
Don't try to convert me. It's not gonna.
No, he's just genuinely asking.
Yes, I know your emblem. We had another one who worshipped the same one, so I'm not familiar, but I get it.
Me and my God only search to do good.
And that's great. I'm so happy you got that.
Thanks.
Yeah, I'm happy for you, buddy. Anyways, Genevieve's been gone a minute. Like,
Does she know what happened?
I told Genevieve a lot more than I normally tell people, a lot more than I've. No, it's about on par with about as much as I've told the other rats.
All right. Would it help if I shared something first?
No, you already have, so I guess you deserve this. I killed somebody, and it was deemed to be a crime against the culture, I guess. My punishment was demoting me from even being a Rakas. I'm considered less than demonic, lower. In our tongue, Kalula Hor.
I have no idea what that means, but it doesn't
It's
sound pleasant.
dishonored one, pretty much.
Mm.
You're all about honor and what it's like, and at one point in my life, I wanted to be the spitting image of what it means to be a Rakas. I was the oldest daughter of the firstborn daughter. I was supposed to be perfect, and I fucked it up. Royally fucked it up to get this fucking brand on me.
Is there a way to remove the brand?
As far as I know, yes, but it's really obscure. This is a punishment against our god, one of them, the god of honor, whatever. So in order to remove this punishment is to do something good in his eyes. Some great honorable deed. But I have no idea what that means or how to do it. And honestly, I don't even know if I want to get this shit removed. It's a pain in the ass and why I keep it covered. But I don't know if I want to get it removed completely.
He's gonna walk over and kind of grab her by her shoulders.
She's
Not
gonna tense up
firmly.
immediately.
Yeah, just like kind of gently, gentle squeeze, and just kind of make eye contact. Whatever you decide will help you. It's clear whatever happened, whatever the event was where you had to kill someone and it was deemed a dishonor, I don't know if it was an accident or what it was, but it clearly has been painful for you. And I have carried my pain for far longer than 2.5 years. And I know how much that hurts. So if I can help you, I will. Honor was a huge part of my house, and I think it would do justice to their memory to help someone regain their honor. You're a good kid. Just because you mess up doesn't mean you need to suffer the rest of your life for it.
You've seen how I react if people mess with it. I'm not the one suffering.
Oh, but I think you are.
I've accepted it.
Mental suffering is still suffering.
What the priest boy said.
Trust me, I know.
And he ought to know. He just vaporized several people. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
We're gonna unpack that in a minute.
At that moment, Genevieve walks in. She goes, Marv and that Ahote, they're going to make a wonderful couple. If he can withstand the drinks. Anyways, I brought you a plate of eggs there, Ellen. Would you like some more? Oh, look.
Yes, of course.
And she turns to you, Badra, and she looks. Oh.
She, as soon as Genevieve walks in, she moves away from from Ellen. Just cross her arms. Nope.
Oh dear.
There was no touching.
I see that you've kind of made some truth breakthrough.
She's not exactly the most convincing liar I've seen.
Well, when you're
she's not very good at that.
Trying to lie to yourself, it's hard to keep the truth behind closed doors.
Accurate.
I'm a great liar. Y'all are just weird.
People. But to yourself and to the people who have somehow decided that they want to call you friend,
which is so weird.
It is weird, but
y'all are weird.
You should accept it. She goes, oh, by the way, I forgot what I was going to say. Forget it. Brain fart.
Hey! Jinx.
Yeah, I'm gonna go see where the others are, and
as you start to do that, she turns to Ellen. She goes, so, did she tell you more about the brand that she has? Yes. She needs to come more forward with that. She needs to understand that sometimes mothers make bad mistakes.
Is that like what is that animal?
That was Bashra getting mad. Getting upset. But no. No one's perfect. And the Rakas take honor. The Rakas take honor in the same way that the Bahul take honor, very seriously. And while I know that the Tajahu have very similar concepts with house honor, it's a very personal honor. I think that Bajra's feeling. Right, Bajra? She turns to you and she gives you this smiling wink. I mean, we've all made mistakes.
Yeah. Seldom get chased out of their hometown for it, though. I'm just gonna walk out, but just hit her on the shoulder for it. I'm gonna leave immediately.
Some have lost their entire homeland to it.
Just gonna stop. Probably just in the hall. Just stop for a second.
She goes.
Ellen's gonna wince at that.
She turns to Ellen. She goes, "But these are such wonderful eggs. I find that if you add this red pepper to it, it enhances the fluffiness and the flavor to it. Come, let me show you." And she kind of grabs you by the elbow and starts to escort you down. She goes, "Sirith, you should come along too, so you can see what how this is done." And as you guys make your way into the room, you see Ahote. He's got this big grin on his face, and they're drinking. And Mara's going, this Ahote is a good drinker now. Yes, maybe more, but we'll see. Anyways, I must be going. And she kind of puts the thing down. She puts the lid on this casket, the thing that she's got. She reaches over and she pats Ahote on the cheek. She goes, "Mark, be back." Yes. And kind of turns, and as she turns, she goes, Jenny goes, "Oh, Mark, please be careful and try not to get seen." Ugh. Mark to not be seen when Mark not want to be seen. She goes, "All right, just be careful." And Mark kind of just goes out the front door of the hideout in a sense, and just kind of makes her way out there. And you can hear her kind of humming this tune to herself, a very happy tune as she leaves. And Ellen and Sirith arrive. Vajra, are you going? You almost get the sense that they're following you.
Yeah, I'm gathered.
Being spurred on by Genevieve. And they get to the table and she goes, "Let me show you what I did." She starts whipping up the eggs the same way you did, and she reaches over and she grabs this fine red powder and she puts it on there, and it's got this powder's got this like blackish material in it, like almost like poppy seed size in it. She goes,
Oh.
"You should try this."
Can I roll herbalism on that to see if I know what it is?
Yeah, absolutely, sure, go for it.
You know what? I will too.
I'm gonna use a point to re-roll that.
I definitely do not know what it is.
Are you gonna take a bite of it?
Yeah, he'll take a bite of it.
That's an out 5 with the re-roll.
Fantastic.
It looks like a chili
Here's your point
powder
back.
with a slight dash of dark dust in it.
What? That's edible?
Do I know what dark dust is?
That's what we
Gunpowder.
blew up the compound with.
Oh.
Essentially gunpowder. Raw gunpowder.
Yeah, no. Sirith is sitting there looking. He's like, that's got gunpowder in it.
Only a little bit. It enhances the flavor. Please try it.
Ellen's already taken a bite, and he's like, "Trust
It
me,
kind of
I've eaten worse."
it gets really spicy, and then you feel these sparks happening inside your mouth as you're crunching down on the and it's very fine dark dust. It isn't like these large grains. It's just enough, and you get this peppery, literally this peppery flavor that's added to it, along with this chili this chili like taste to it, and it kind of elevates the eggs because it actually puffs up the eggs in your mouth as you're chewing, because the sparks and stuff like that. She goes, "Isn't that just wonderful?"
That's actually, that's delicious. That is really good, and it does actually improve it. Really does. I'm impressed. And don't worry, Sirith. I have eaten far worse than dark dust. You do what you must to survive sometimes. And I'll just take another bite. Just leave it at that. He's a little bit more relaxed, a little bit more
He turns to
open
go,
his
"And if
demeanor.
you really
and
want to
than
get
we had
relaxed,
seen
you
before.
should try some of Mark's grog." Whew. Last time I tried that, I didn't wake up for 3 days. But it was great dreams.
Sirith looks at Ellen and he's like, "I'll try it if you will."
Let me enjoy this first.
All right. So you guys end up kind of, what are you doing, Baja? What's your plan for the night?
I'm probably going, like, after that whole interaction, I'm gonna see them all together and then immediately like interpret that as like, if I hang out with them anymore, they're gonna ask me more questions I don't want to answer. And so I'm probably just gonna go straight to my room kind of grab the rest of the night rats that are there. We're all just gonna hole up together, just like in a big cuddle puddle.
You find all three of us at your door. No kidding. It's like, hi.
We were there
One
all
more
along.
thing. One more thing. No.
You run inside, lock the door behind you, turn around, and we're right there. Okay.
That one's a jump scare. Criminy.
We've already sharpened the spoons into shivs.
Horrifying. It's nightmarish.
Yeah, now I'm gonna have
we're going
nightmares.
So
straight up into a
it's
big old cuddle
it's
puddle.
starting to get dark and everything, and they're starting to you can feel the sense of everybody's kind of like moving off to do their own things for the evening.
Ellen will
Genevieve-
try the grog with
All right.
Sirith.
Genevieve kind of bows to looks at Bajra. She goes by and she kind of gives her a head nod. Then she kind of leans over and gives Ellen a kiss on the forehead, and then Sirith gives him a kiss on the cheek and goes, "I need to go speak with Ellen, or not Ellen, Ariel. Make sure he's good. And I'm going to take him some of your wonderful eggs." And she kind of gets this larger plate that she'd been cooking and spreads some of this powder on it. She grabs a large loaf of bread, and all in one hand, and then she reaches over, grabs a large, like a tankard, fills it full of some of the grog, and you can kind of see her making her way down the hallway into the other room, into the storage room, and then around and disappears. And stuff like that. Are you going to try the grog?
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Are you going to just sip it, or are you going to like take a drink?
Ellen will sip.
All right, no
I'll
stamina
tip it
check.
in too then.
You're gonna sip too, Sarah?
Yep.
All right, no stamina checks are needed. But it feels
I'm gonna try some.
if you've ever, I guess the best way to describe the feeling that you might be having is that if you've ever had a shot of bourbon and slammed it, how it burns in your chest and it hits your stomach and then it hits your hands almost instantaneous as your body's like reacting to that. You're sipping it, but you're not getting a full harsh effect of that. So it's a slow burn as you sip it, but it also sticks to your tongue and stuff as you kind of like drink it back. It's kind of like you can't like just sip it. It's like you kind of take a drink and it's almost like you gotta.
It's like a shot of Jello.
Right, it's like a shot of Jello, right? Where you have to like bite off the end, or otherwise it'll keep, pouring down your stomach. Which is why she slams it, because it doesn't make any sense for her to do that.
Oh, fine.
So Ahote, while you were gone, Marg gives you a good pat on your cheek, says she basically says, "I gotta go, I'll be back," and compliments you on your drinking, and goes, "Maybe I'll be back for more later," and then turns and has left the building. And Genevieve basically told her to be careful. Try not to get caught like you did last time. And she goes, or not to be seen. And Mark's like, I'll be seen if I want to be seen. And they kind of just shake heads at each other and disappear. And then I don't know if you caught me explaining how Genevieve took some bread, some of the drippy eggs, and a large flagon of the grog, and goes to see Ariel.
Very well then.
And then both Ellen and Sierra are like, "Do you want to try it? Yeah, you try it. You try it first. No, you go first. No, you go first. No, okay, we do it together." And they get a small glass and they kind of sip it. They're trying to sip it, and it's kind of like it's very thick. It's almost like molasses kind of thick, where you almost have to bite it off to stop what's going on, otherwise, and stuff like that. And they seem not to be affected by it. Bajra,
Very viscous.
very viscous. Yes, very viscous. Bajra has somehow disappeared into the back rooms. And when you get there, Bajra, you find that the twins and hold on, I gotta get to his name. I want to make sure I'm using the right one. Tuz are there, and they kind of look at you and they kind of like, you need to come into the room. And they kind of close the door. What do you got? Sirith, Ahote, and Ellen. What do you guys want to do? Everybody's kind of starting to make starting to make their way around to like settle for the night.
Mhm.
Luna has curled up next to the fireplace, and she's like now rolled over, paws up in the air, up like that, just kind of like there. I'm good. Head's turned off to one side. I mean, this wolf is at least as tall as tall as Ahote is, if not a little bit bigger. And it's just dozed off. What do you guys want to do?
Let's see. I
Sleep
remember
sounds
Mark.
good.
I remember Mark pouring me another one right before she left.
Right, and you were still drinking it.
Yeah, I'm just gonna slam the rest of that.
Stamina check,
Uh,
TS4.
yeah.
Oh gosh.
You gotta be drinking with the boys.
Um. Hey, that's a 23. That is 5 successes.
Oh, right on. You get 2 more of those successes, and you won't have to make it a TS of 4. It'll just be a TS of 2. You're starting to get
Nice.
used to it. And then what are you going to do, Ahote?
Um. I think Luna's by the fireplace.
Oh, yeah.
Uh.
This big old grayish brown wolf just literally takes up a whole spot.
I'm gonna head over to my bed. Pretty sure I was second on the left.
Yep.
Yeah. I'm just gonna head in there and I don't know, with me drinking everything, I'm gonna try to, I guess, actually sit down and see if I can process the last day. But after that, I'll just be going to sleep.
Okay, what are you doing, Ellen?
He's actually going to. He's actually going to swing by Bajra's room on the way to his. Just kind of knock on the door. He's feeling even more relaxed after sipping that drink. Just wants to check in on her. It's a lot to share.
Bajra, as you are getting ready to settle in for the night, again, so actually it wasn't Tuz that was there. It was Kane, Linux, and Sarsha that are there. Tuz is missing. And they're like, come in, we gotta talk to you. Close the door.
Okay. Okay, what's up?
Well, Tuz decided to go out and do a little background research on the Daybreakers and what's going on around here. And he hasn't been back yet. I'm kind of concerned. He's been gone for a couple hours. Like most of the afternoon after he saw you, he took off to go do some research. So we're kind of concerned about him. And then suddenly,
Hello?
Was
Gonna
that Ellen?
that was you.
Yeah.
Yes.
just
Oh.
crack open the door just a little bit. Just peek her head. She's got her mask down now. Hello?
Eh,
Oh.
Just checking in. You That was a lot of pressure to share all that. Just want to make sure you're in one piece. Everything
I
all right?
always have and I always will.
Skepticism check.
Definitely.
Ellen.
All right. So that is.
Yeah,
Do I get to
no.
use lift the veil?
Yes.
You don't even need it.
All right, so that's gonna be
can still
69.
crit
That's
fail.
27. Yeah, that's 4 successes.
Yeah, that was a failure on me.
Yeah, she's hiding something, like blatantly trying to hide something behind the door.
He's gonna. Is someone else in there?
Yeah, the other rats are in here. We've all kind of bunked together in really tight spaces before, so we're just
So,
something we're
something's
used to.
obviously wrong.
I'm gonna close the door real quick. I'm gonna close the door.
And with that, we'll be right back with a bio break. We'll be right back, guys. Bio break. And we did some talking. We talked about backgrounds and demons and some other really bad stuff that's going to be coming down the line. Even along, and this is along the same plot lines that we'll be doing. So, and then I came up with a really great idea. You want to know what the idea is? You have to tune in. I'm gonna share it with Baja though, just because I can. This way, she'll always know that this is in the back of the head. Well, I'm gonna share it with Nico too. That way. Not hoses. And this will not only affect Sirith, but it'll also affect Ellen at some point. Oh, I'm digging my plot hooks into you, and it's all because of you guys. Hashtag. I've got to figure out. Right, you both decided to choose houses that were destroyed, and supposedly, there are no finites until it happens on the table. Yeah, we're gonna have to talk about that on for background and stuff. So, well, it's you have to determine is it a so we don't do so that's really a touchy subject for a lot of reasons, right? So we don't necessarily do one species does it to another species. It's a group that does it to everybody. Like there are slave rings that happen, but it's not like okay, well we're only going to pick on this. The only ones that actually happened to was the series, but they rose up against their enslavers or slavers or their masters or whatever, and a la 10,000 year BC. If you ever seen that movie. So if it was a rival Tajohu house, they don't make them slaves. They just incorporate you into the house, right? Canis. Interesting. Yeah, we'll work out the details on that. Yeah. So anyway, so when we last left off, Bajra and Ellen were staring lovingly into each other's eyes as one was lying to the other. Sure, why not? Let's make it more chaotic. Pick a room. Yeah, so you look back at the twins. No, he wanted to check about to find more information about the Daybreakers, see what they were really about, and to find more out about these sons of Chalex, Chili, something. Chalex, yes, that's it. Chalex. Wait. Are you actually putting your ear against the door, Ellen? Perception check. both the Taja Who's are here. Hey, what's going on? And you know, Taja Who's are really into like secrets and all that other stuff. I mean, they have their own organization that goes out to collect items that people shouldn't have that are Taja Who in effect, and they eliminate them. That's 6. Yeah, you hear something about they went out looking for more information on the sons of Chile, and then suddenly Bajra's, you mean Chalex? You're like, yeah, Chalex, and it hasn't been back for a little while. And he scoots over. He's like, so we're not sure where he's at, and we're kind of concerned. Well, I don't know, maybe, but we may need to go out and look for him. But nobody knows where he went, and you know how he gets, right? Once he gets his ears to the ground, he's gone. Hote's asleep. He's dreaming of very large troll women. into into Marg, and Marg's doing one of these things, dancing down there like, I'm coming, bosom bouncing in the bound, right. So we were gonna wait until it gets a little darker before we go out to try to find him. Well, at least the twins were, and the twins kind of like look at you and they kind of nod, and Sasha's like, but I'm nervous that they actually do that. You hear silence. Perception check though. Perception check. Someone burps. Someone burps. Oh, sorry. Eggs and gunpowder. Eggs and gunpowder. 3 successes. Yeah, you're kind of hearing them talk about um what do you want to do, Badra? Well, do you even trust the others? I mean, you don't seem like you're very trust. And this is Sarsha now looking at you like you don't seem like you trust them. I mean, you're acting like really like. Some of them seem like they're really kind of cool, but you don't seem like you trust them. And why? Sarsha looks at you and goes, "Really now?" Hydra. I'm joking. I'm joking. No, no. So if I actually did like a false Hydra kind of concept, it wouldn't be a false Hydra. It would be the Silence from Doctor Who. And if you don't know what if you don't know what I'm talking about, Sirith, go check out Doctor Who and Google Doctor Who and the Silence. Or the Weeping Angels. Combine the two. Ooh, combine the two. Yeah, the Silence and the Weeping Angels. You hmm. I've got 40 years of experience and ideas. Trust me. So what do you want to do, Baja? Well, I mean, the that's what he went to go find out, is to find out more information about the Daybreakers, to make sure that they are doing what they're doing. And I mean, when we got to the city, we had heard about a couple of, well, that's how we tracked you down, Bajra. Sarsha says, is that we heard a couple of Rakas had been violently beat to death, and we landed in the Eastern District from coming from Kara, and that's how we tracked you down. That's how we found out you were in the Warden Lodge, is because of that. So we know that the group that you're with um, tend to be okay, but you don't seem like you trust them. So why should we trust them? Well, that's going to be your decision. You know them better than we do. And the twins kind of like look at each other and simultaneously say, Sharsha's right. I mean, we've been with each other for the last 5 years. So, I mean, we didn't know each other until we knew each other. So that's a decision that you have to make. You know, and when you fled and left us behind, we didn't know what to do, so that's why we came for you. Came to find you. We've been looking for you for the last year and a half. Okay. Hmm. Well, that'll be easy enough for the twins and maybe you, but I mean, the Taja Who should be able to slip out. I'm not too sure about the series, but you know, I'm not sure it wouldn't be hard to get out. I mean, they do, and what you guys do know is there are guards, that hang out around the the hideout mostly to keep the hideout from being found. They work with you guys, right? They're not like warden watchers. They're like individuals that are like, okay, the homeless guy out on the road, sleeping underneath the dragon's coffer papers. You know, he's actually a daybreaker. You know, and the crazy guy with the dogs standing in the corner yelling about the end of the world. You know, those kind of things. Okay. Okay. No, it's not even been. I mean, you all kind of made your way around. It hasn't been even like 2 hours. This has all taken place in the last 45 minutes at most. Perception checks to see if you actually hear her opening the door, coming back to the door. Alertness check. Alertness check TS. Alertness check TS2. You begin to you guys kind of you can hear the end of the conversation happening, and then you can feel the door start to open. So what was the topic of conversation? Come on. Chop chop. All right, well, that works. More murder and mayhem. Um, Ahote, willpower check. If you fail, you remain asleep. You're abruptly woken away from the dream of Marge holding you and caressing you against her breast and kind of like, I will name you George, doing one of these things and stuff. And you're waking up, woken by Marge's husband busting in. And there's oh, it's a bang. It's one of those things that a teenager does. At some point, she just opens the door. I am checking that rule. How many health potions do you have? I will allow you. Of course, I will allow you your alchemic check. Let's see here. So according to this, you gain a chance to combine 2 potions to get a mystery potion. This is done with your alchemy check with a TS equal to the highest grade number of successes of the potion being mixed. The 2 potions used as the base are completely used in the mixing process. If the check is successful, you have created a new magic potion. The new potion is randomly determined. Do you know how many bananas you would have to eat to get seriously? You would have to like eat. You would have to eat nonstop for days. The same. I mean, a crate or more. Yeah, and by that time you've pooped it all out, so you start over again. $12,000. Oh my God. So the key rule here that we need to take away from this is everything in moderation. Unless, of course, it's grog. You're going to combine them? All right. I literally am going to the potions table, and you're going to roll. Are you kidding me? What is up with this? Stop. All right, were you successful? You got 3 successes. All right, so yeah, it's the highest grade would be 3. This is what it does. You combine the 2 in the hallway. Well, it's because he has the ability that allows him to do that. That's the thing. Okay, so you're gonna make 2. You're gonna make three D100 rolls. So roll the first one. Let me know what you get. Roll another one. Boom. It go big boom. Now roll a D100. He rolled on 2 92s and then a 4. 1 in 100. 1 in 100, right? Okay, yeah. So you mix these the 2 healing potions together, and it swirls. It changes colors. It goes pink, black, blue, white. It goes completely clear, and then it resides on this like rosy red color. You would need a TS of 8. I'm sorry, a TS of 23 to figure that out. Basically, what you did is you rolled a very rare potion type. Then you rolled how many affected successes it does, and then because it's very rare, you would need 23 successes or better to figure out what you made. Here, try this. They were like I'm sorry, what? They're like an auburn honey. Smells like roses. Smells like roses. You gonna drink it? 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 You're gonna drink it, aren't you? You're gonna drink it. You're thinking about it. You're thinking about it. You know you want to. You would need 23 successes. Go for it. 2 crits. You have to crit twice. Okay, there's... Well, no, but... So what's your alchemy skill? So that's 6. All right, you got 17 more to go. So you got 10 successes. You have no idea what he's created. To see what? It hits the floor and it Oh, okay. All right, you got to drop. You got to drop on your finger. Nothing happens. Team Chaos, you test the gods all the time. I mean, come on. Go for it. So are you going for the grab? All right. Agility check versus agility check. Okay. So what do you? Okay, what are we doing? What are we doing? What are you guys doing? Can we go? Can we go? Sarsha is like looking at the door, looking at you guys, going, and the two twins are just like seriously, can we go? Silence. As you guys make your way to the front door of what you consider the hideout, you open the door, and just as you open the door, Baja, since you're kind of leading the group, in stumbles Tux, right? Tuz, bloodied, battered, and missing an ear. His ear looks like, if you look at like a mouse's ear, where how sometimes mice's ears can get torn in a fight, it's completely torn almost right down the middle, completely missing. Cure light. So it'll be your roll against your divine knowledge. Nice. It's not quite a critical, but it'll be 15 plus the total number of successes you got plus your charisma modifier. So you heal back. No, it's not 10 per success. It's 15 plus your charisma modifier. 15 plus 1 per charisma modifier. 1 per success, and then your charisma modifier. So you healing back, and he kind of looks up at Bajra and is like, "Streets aren't safe. There's things out there." Ow, my ear. You can see the wound kind of healing up. There's this huge thing. Can't hear the players at all. That's because I came back and I forgot after break to unmute the players. I completely apologize. This is why Bajra needs to be in charge of producing the program, so I don't have to worry about it. Damn it. It's your fault.
What happened?
I forgot when we came back from break, I forgot to unmute you guys. So all the fun that we've been having has just been like...
No one knows. That was just for us.
So we had all our own fun. So I thank you. I wish you would have said something earlier, Superstar. I apologize for that.
Honestly, so
Somehow we still
Superstar
have-
texted me earlier and said that she couldn't hear us.
Who?
But then she said that she could hear us, but I thought she actually could hear us. Turns out she could only hear you. Superstar?
Yeah, I had no idea that. Yeah, so you should have said something.
Sorry.
I'm glad you can hear us now, though.
Sorry.
Tuz is like, the streets. Bajra's up and gone. She's gone. She left.
I dropped dice.
Oh, wow, that was quick. He's like mumbling. There are things in the dark, beasts you can barely see.
Easy. It's okay.
And
I'm just gonna kind of hold him and just, try to calm him down.
I mean,
Like the tenderest moment y'all have ever seen
The
her.
wounds have slightly healed. His ear is completely healed, but it's jagged and it's missing.
Can I roll Lord Demon to see if I know of any demons that attack
Sure,
like
absolutely.
this? Come on, this is one of my cool things.
So what you missed while they were doing this,
4,
they also had
okay.
a potion battle, trying to figure out the potion. Then they mixed potions, and then they had people listening at the door. It was fun. I apologize. That was my fault. I hate when that happens. What?
I don't know how we actually have more people viewing now than we did when we first came back from break. It's like people were joining just to watch us silent film this.
Mime, right?
I'm impressed. Yep. I hope our pantomiming was good enough that you at least had some idea of what we were
Some
doing.
fun, right? So how many successes
Although
did you
College
get?
classes pay off, right?
Oh, I got an OP4.
So roll your critical,
Ooh!
your D10 critical.
And,
That's a 5.
heroic
So
luck,
I
right?
got 7. I got 12 successes.
The number of demons that use the dark to attack are numerous, many.
Did any of the wounds look for like a demonic attack?
Well, I mean, how do you determine a demonic attack? They all have claws, they all have teeth, they all have bites. You know what I'm saying? There was nothing like left over, like some sort of blackish goo that was on his fur or anything like that. But whatever he got into a fight with, and he describes it as this blob of darkness and these two piercing eyes in the center of the darkness, like a dark entity.
Might be more additional chaos, but GM, can I make a willpower check not to go into a flippin' rage? Because this is my little buddy.
Yes.
Ellen is going to suddenly think, perfect, I'm off the hook for the explosion.
Sirith looks at Ellen as like, somebody's jacking our name, our nickname.
I'm like, what? That's our thing.
So it's how many to fail? To TS of what, 4 to
TS of 4 to fail.
TS of 4 to fail? Yeah, that's a failure, my friends. She's pissed.
So Bajra,
Gonna set my little buddy down very, very gently, and then just kind of get this.
you've seen it before, ladies and gentlemen. You have felt the rage, you felt the power, and Bajra
And
loses it. Determine randomly which one of the people in front of you you're going to attack.
Oh, fantastic! How many people are in front of me?
Well, you got Ahote, Sirith. I saw your note, Ahote. I saw your note. Sirith, Ellen. Then you've got the twins and Sarsha. So that's 1, 2, 6. Roll a
6
D.
people.
Yeah, roll a D6.
I'm gonna find my D6.
We never use D6s.
I know, but now we will. Got a D6. Lucky number 1, which means I think out of that list was, I think you listed Ellen first.
Yeah, Ellen was first. Ellen, she turns, and you feel the menacing that's coming, ebbing from this Rakas. And
Jeez.
I like to use Sirith as a human shield. No kidding.
How do you want to go about doing this?
I want to grab him by the collar, or by aiming for the throat, but we'll probably grab the collar.
Okay, make a brawling check. So, Ellen, you're going to get a physical defense check.
Perfect.
You crit. She crit.
Did you crit?
I did.
You crit.
She-
Yeah.
She always rolls good. She always rolls significantly better when she
When
is
she's
raging.
hulking
That's
out,
okay.
right?
I know what I'm doing as soon as I can do something.
All right, so
That's
we'll
an
do this.
ought
Let's do this.
Uh-oh. 1 second. It fell on the floor. It rolled under here. Oh, this better be an alt 1 for all the trouble I'm having to go to find this thing. Where are you? All right, come on. Don't
So this was not the
change.
planned combat I had tonight, but here we go.
All right.
She's very protective.
I had to
Pauses.
roll it out, so I have to re-roll because I have no idea what I landed on. That is a 21 out of 47. So only
3 successes.
3 successes.
And
No,
you
no.
rolled,
Only 2,
you rolled
isn't
a
it?
crit, Bajra?
I did.
And what was on your crit determination?
I got 14 successes in total.
All right, what happens?
So I'm just gonna now with that many successes, I'm actually gonna grab him by the throat.
Seereth, you'll be able to go right after she finishes.
Perfect.
And I'm just gonna ask blind rage. How does rage work with communicating?
Not much.
Just
Not
not
much.
not much communication. She's actually gonna attempt to throw him behind her, get out of her way, because she knows what hurt him is out there, not here. But these motherfuckers are just in her way.
So you're gonna pick him up and throw him out the door?
Yeah, we'll throw him out the door. She's like, get the fuck out of my way.
All right. Go ahead and. Right, you shout nonsense while frothing at the mouth. Absolutely.
Frothing at the mouth. Yeah.
Go ahead and make a strength check.
Is that
Wasn't
another
an
crit?
op. It wasn't a crit, but it was a 14. My strength is 69, so that's 6 successes.
What's your max weight that you can?
My max weight that I can lift?
It's on your back sheet, second sheet.
Yeah, 384.
How much do you weigh, Ellen?
Let me see. I weigh
Nowhere near that.
395 pounds. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Whoa.
So technically, because of the
No,
way
I
the way throw works with this, right? She grabbed. You, that was it.
134 pounds.
She's able to currently right now with her 6 successes, being able to throw 75 pounds per success. She goes past her maximum strength of 450 pounds and picks you up and hurdles you through the door, slamming into a Hote who is sneaking out the door to try to get out of the way, slamming into him, and you both land in the middle of the street, in a bunch of busted up knees and chins and elbows. What's your strength modifier, Baja?
My strength modifier is 3. It's no longer 2.
So you take 18 points of fatigue damage each as you're hurled into the street by a very pissed off Baja. 18 total.
I am unconscious.
Oh my god.
You're unconscious?
Yeah, I was exhausted after all that.
You guys haven't even gotten to sleep yet.
No, I've been trying to get us to go to sleep or
I've
take
been trying to
something.
push you that way, and it's like, no, this
Right.
just erupts.
I was in a state of urgency whenever you put my friend's life in danger. I was willing to go through that.
Can Seereth do his action now?
Yeah, absolutely.
As soon as that happens, Seereth is gonna like touch her shoulder and shout in an echoey voice enough as he casts calm.
Ooh.
Oh.
Ooh.
A
So
lot better than what I was gonna do.
Well, you got an
you're going to
unconscious
have to
Ellen
make
just
a
on
divine
top of you
defense
now.
check.
A divine defense check.
Yeah, so how many successes did you get with your divine check?
I have not rolled it yet.
Yeah, you need to roll that. You need
Well,
to
that's
set
like
your target.
3.
All right, roll your d10.
Oh my god. That's an 8. So I think that's 14 successes.
All right, make a
Would-
divine defense check. 14 successes, Baja.
Would this be considered a charm or a mind effect?
It is considered a mind or charm effect.
I am immune to such things when I am enraged.
However,
This
Calm-
suppresses
Calm
rage.
suppresses the bonuses and effects of abilities such as aggression, battle
Oh.
cry, battle rage, controlled rage, incite mob, inspire, master of chaos, and undermine.
My one
This-
weakness.
This is your.
Rational thinking.
This is your. Right. This is your. Hey, big fella. The sun's getting kind of low.
Whoa.
Oh, and if you pass it, you're gonna have to roll to not be afraid of me, anyways. So
Yeah. No, she fell.
Oh, great. Yeah, no. Oh, wait. Yeah, no.
No.
Well,
Well, she's not afraid of you. She's not afraid of you. You can use it in that way.
Ain't afraid of shit, bro.
Yeah, no, this spell can also
yeah,
restore those
no.
that have been subject to fear or horror by granting them additional check against fear or horror with a +2 successes to that check.
oh, I was
So-
talking about the voice of the ancients that I took. That's what would make
Oh,
her
you used
afraid.
that? Oh my gosh.
No, I could have used that if she
Did
had
you use
failed.
that?
No.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So suddenly Bajra just kind of like just shoulders slump. She kind of falls to the ground on her bump, and everybody's like looking at everybody, and then they all look outside and they see this mangle of arms and legs and an unconscious Ellen. And Sirith, since you're the one who's more aware, you and Ahote make alertness checks. TS, just make alertness checks.
My best thing.
Odd 3.
My literal best skill. Okay. Well,
That's an odd 3.
we
for me.
don't have to flex.
Exactly what we should-
One. Roll
Wait.
your critical determinations.
Oh my god.
Oh
roll off. Who's the more alert?
wait. That's a
Fuck you,
9. What's my alertness?
That's a 9.
31,
Okay.
so
Gym equipment, guys.
So that's a
13.
9 plus
I have 13
18.
successes.
I have 18.
oh my gosh.
My alertness is 93.
What? Jesus Christ!
You ain't getting anything past the priest, okay?
God, you are paranoid as all hell.
So who,
My family was, or my entire house was murdered
as
by
you guys- As
demons.
you kind of gather, you kind of look around, and as you look outside after you say calm, and Ahote starts to look around and sees Ellen on the ground there. You see 4 pairs of glowing eyes sitting in the darkness just outside of your vision range, looking at you, and you hear this deep, rumbling growl.
Ahote grabs Ellen and honestly, we're gonna pause real quick because honestly, that just sent chills through my body thinking about that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Ahote immediately grabs fucking Ellen.
We
And
will
just
be back
throw him.
next week.
No!
Doing that.
I'll see you guys next week. Thank you so much for joining us. Sorry about the audio
Thank you
problems.
for joining us, guys.
Thank you for joining us. And next week we'll see what happens. I love giving my players tingles down their spine. That's awesome. Stoic, we
Yeah,
will see you
I
in a
am
couple
not
weeks.
taking out the trash tonight. That can stay in the can until morning.
It'll stay there.
It's those kind. It's yeah. So, anyways, all right. We will be back next week. Now we know how to turn Bajra off, right?
Mm-hmm.
Shut her down. So, good night, guys. Everybody say good night.
No.
Good night.
Night.
And we'll be back next time. Be sure to join I Sneeze Stars on, I think, Monday night still for the Aowen Adventures. She's still doing that. They're still doing that. I know that they're coming up with a new adventure
campaign.
new campaign coming. They'll be filling up in Tuesdays. I believe it starts in July, I think.
I
It
think.
does. I think it does. Anyways, be sure to join them. And until next week, I want you guys to stay safe, stay healthy, and in my world, stay legendary.
Mhm.
Bye.